Hey chicas, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be showing you guys what I packed in my baby's diaper bag and in my hospital bag when I gave birth. I am so excited to be uploading this video today because this video is so long overdue. The only reason why I had not uploaded it before was because the video that I had pre-filmed for you guys, I was pregnant in that video and I looked so exhausted and so tired. It was a couple of days before I gave birth, so I decided why not, let me go ahead and refilm it for you guys so you guys can watch it now and I can go very into detail in what was useful for me, what I took in my hospital bag, and then I will give you guys a little story time about my labor and delivery. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram, then you guys probably don't know that I did have an emergency C-section, but there were no complications or anything like that, which I am so thankful for. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys everything in detail, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I packed in my hospital bag. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below and let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be doing my story time first and then I will be showing you guys what I packed in my baby's diaper bag and in my hospital bag. So let's go ahead and get started. This is one of my favorite stories to tell, and if you are a mama, you know that your baby's birth story is like one of your favorite stories because it's so memorable to you, it's so special to you. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So Isai was born 10 days prior to his due date. He was born November 4th and he was supposed to be born November 14th. So that day on November 4th, I was there for a couple hours and they were monitoring Isai. So they put two little round things on your tummy and they just check like his heart, how he's doing and all that. And I did get 3 contractions. That is what I do perfectly remember. Those contractions were not super hard. I didn't feel like super hard contractions, but they were lengthy. I don't know how to explain a contraction because my contractions were not bad at all. I did feel a little bit of pain, but it wasn't to the point where I could not handle it. Those 3 contractions, the doctor did notice that Isai's heart rate kept dropping. So obviously that is not a good sign. So I did have to get an emergency C-section. But prior to that, I was on the monitor. I got there around like 1ish and then it was already 2, about to be 3. And then that's when the doctor was like, okay, like you're having this baby today because I don't want to send you home if this keeps on happening because this is very bad. So when they told me that I was going to be having my baby that day, I was so shocked because my baby's dad was not there, obviously. I didn't suspect that I was going to have Isai that day or anything like that because I didn't feel sick or anything. I literally took a shower that morning, I had breakfast, and on the way over there I even had some Ritz cookies. So I was just like, oh, okay, it was such a normal day for me. I didn't tell my boyfriend anything like, oh, I'm feeling contractions or anything like that because like I did feel the contractions, but I didn't know that was like the legit contractions. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but I didn't really, like, I'm a first-time mom, so I didn't really understand like, oh shit, this is a contraction, this is serious, you know. So Isai was in my tummy obviously and his heart rate was dropping, and then that's when the doctor decided like you cannot go home like this because something major can happen. So what he decided to do is have an emergency C-section. I literally had about 45 minutes to tell my boyfriend like, hey, you need to come, get our stuff ready. And keep in mind, I had no clue that I would be having Isai that day, so my diaper bag was just like a couple things in there, 2 outfits I remember, and 2 blankets. That's all I had in there. And for myself, I had PJs and pads. I remember I only had chonies in there. I had the most minimal stuff. I was just like, whatever, just bring it and get here as fast as you can. So I had called my boyfriend. We had a little bit of time. He was at work at the time that I had called him, and I was just like, oh my god, like I don't know what's gonna happen. In that moment when I called him, the nurse had told me like, hey, you're gonna have a C-section. Like that caught me super by surprise because I was not expecting to have a C-section. I thought I was gonna have a vaginal birth, and when she told me I was gonna have a C-section, I honestly just like felt like breaking down and crying because I was by myself. I just didn't know what to expect. To me, a C-section sounded like something super scary, like a huge surgery that it was gonna be so painful and it was gonna hurt and it was gonna be so traumatic. But chicas, if you are a mommy and you're a first-time mom and you are gonna get a C-section, please don't feel scared. I hope this video helps you guys out so much because as a first-time mom, you just don't know what to expect and you think the worst about the situation. At least in my personal experience, I did. I thought the worst. I thought like, oh my god, this is gonna be so painful. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. Like, I don't know what the results are gonna be. Like, what's gonna happen next? Like, what's gonna happen when I'm in there? When I heard operation room, like get ready to go into the operation room, I was scared as heck. I had never had any type of, like, I've never had any type of surgery or anything like that, anything medical like that. So I was just like, holy shit. Like I'm thinking, like, COVID is happening, my boyfriend is not here yet. If he doesn't get here on time, because they give you a certain time that you have to be in the operating room. So like I was just like, if my boyfriend does not get here in time, like I'm gonna have to be in there by myself. Like I don't have my mom here to be with me. And I was just thinking, like, what the fuck am I gonna do if, like, I have to go in there by myself? And in my head I'm just like, oh shit, about to have the biggest breakdown. I was about to start crying, and the nurse comes next to me and she's like, hey, it's okay. This was a different nurse. She was the sweetest nurse ever. All of the nurses that helped me out in the hospital were super nice. So was my doctor, nicest person ever. So this nurse was like, hey honey, it's okay. Like, I myself had a C-section, and honestly, out of all the births that I've seen, I don't think I can handle it. And you guys, that made me feel so much better, because I was like, my mom is not here. Like, I had no one to turn to at that moment to be like, oh, what the heck, I'm gonna get a C-section, you know? Like, I just felt like crying, and I actually did tear up, and I started to cry because I'm like, what the heck? I was just all over the place. I just wanted my boyfriend to get there and just like console me and tell me everything, that like that everything was gonna be okay. So at that time I was still waiting for my boyfriend. He had not got in there because he still had to go home and get my bag and Isai's diaper bag, and I was just freaking the hell out because the time was ticking. Time was just getting so much closer. My boyfriend finally gets there, and you guys, it was already like about to be the time. We were programmed to go in there at like 5, and he got there like just barely in time. So he got there. He was making me laugh so much that I forgot about how stressed I was, and I just felt so comfortable because he was there. I just felt so secure and safe that he was there. He was busting jokes, and I was just like, this is not the time. Like, I was laughing, worried, and scared. So imagine all that just combined. You're so scared, you don't know what the heck to expect, and your baby daddy is just there making you laugh, making you so comfortable. Like, it just made me feel so happy that he was there, and that he was just like so supportive to be there and not scared, because if he was scared and I was scared, it would have just been a mess. So I'm so thankful that he was not scared. He wasn't like showing any fear, although I know that he was probably so nervous about what the heck was gonna happen, because we both did not expect this at all. So he changed into they give him like a, it's like a, viene con chamarra y con like pantalón, no sé cómo se llama, like I don't know what it's called, but he changed into his outfit to go into the operating room, and I changed into mine. And you guys, my nurse comes in. She was the sweetest nurse. She was the one who was comforting me and just telling me that everything was gonna be okay. If you are a mommy and you are gonna get a C-section, don't feel like you can't do it, don't feel scared, like it's gonna be okay. And like I said, I hope this video is so helpful to many of you guys who are expecting to get a C-section. Just, it's gonna be okay and everything's gonna come out fine. That's what I kept thinking, and that's what happened. So she came in there, and she came in there with an electronic razor, you guys. And I was just like, when I saw that, I'm like what? Like, nobody told me about this, and I had never heard that they did that. So I was just like, you're gonna shave me? Like, what? Like, I was low-key embarrassed. I was very embarrassed, because I'm like, oh my god, like I did not come prepared for this. But you guys, it's part of what happens. I never knew that this happened when you were gonna get a C-section. So she went in there, and I was just laughing because I'm just like, oh my god, like this is the last thing that could happen to me, you know? Like, what else could go wrong? So I was just in there, and she shaved me super fast, and I was already in my gown. So after she was done, she was like, okay, are you ready? And she asked my baby's dad, she was like, are you ready? And we both said yes. We were just like, oh my god, we were both super nervous to go in there. And so we walked into the operating room. He had to stay outside, and they had to go in there and prepare me. We did the epidural, we did everything. And you guys, when they sat me on that table, it was like, it's a little table that you are on, and I'm just like, I'm probably gonna fall off of this. Like, it's a little table. So I was sitting there, and then you have to like slouch your back, and then they were like, okay, like, are you ready? Do you feel okay? I felt perfectly fine, because I knew that my boyfriend was there, and I knew that he wasn't gonna like leave me there if anything happened. So I was just like, yes, I feel perfectly fine. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, for the epidural, because I'm like, oh my god, I have never gotten like a shot like you know, on my back or anything like that. So I was like so nervous. I didn't know what to expect. And you guys, me worrying in my head was so much worse than actual epidural. It didn't hurt. It hurt for like 1 second, and that was it. if you guys hear Isai, he is with my mom. My mom's taking care of him just so I can film this video for you guys. But yeah, you guys, the epidural was super fast. My legs were numb instantly. I couldn't move and I was freaking the hell out. I was like, I can't move my legs, like, oh my god. But I was just like thinking in my head, you know, I was like, what the fuck, like, I can't move, what do I do? And then I would move my arms. I'm like, okay, I can still feel my arms. I know it was just in my head because I was just like freaking out that I couldn't move my legs, and I would try and I just couldn't, like, I just couldn't do it, and it was just freaking me out. So once everything was ready, doctors were in there. I had a doctor behind me just checking my heart to see that everything was perfectly fine. I had several doctors over there. My doctor that delivered my baby, he was with another doctor, and they were there. Once everything was prepared and ready, my boyfriend was able to come in the room, and they put this like tent in front of you. Not this tent, but it's like a blue savana. A blue sauna that they put in front of you, so obviously you're not able to look at what they're doing, because I'm sure if I saw, I would probably faint or something. But my doctor was so nice about everything. While he was doing the C-section, he was having a conversation with another doctor, and it just made me feel so comfortable that my mind was not on like, oh my god, what is he doing, what's going on, you know? Like, I was thinking about it, but I was fine, you know? I wasn't freaking out. Everyone was so calm in there. There was music going on, and I was just like, okay, like, this is not that bad. I didn't feel a thing at all. Isai was out so quickly, and they were like, oh my god, okay, he's coming. They were like, you're gonna feel some pressure, and I was like, oh my god, like, he's coming. I was freaking the hell out. I was so excited. And you guys, Isai comes out, and I hear him cry, and I just look at my boyfriend, and I just start bawling. My eyes were just like in tears. They weighed him, everything. They brought him next to me, and you guys, when I saw Isai, I was just like, this is my baby, like, what the fuck, like, my baby, you know? He was just like right next to me, and I just started to bawl my eyes out. I am such an emotional girl, so you like, I just like shut down, and I was just crying and bawling my eyes out. I'm like, my baby is here. Like, it's just such a magical feeling. You're just like, I had never experienced anything like that. Like, I never bawl out like that. And when I saw Isai, I was just like, oh my god, like, that is my baby. He is my son. Like, he is born. Like, everything was so worth it. I didn't have any complications, which I'm so thankful for, and everything happened so quickly. So Isai is born, and I'm just like bawling my eyes out still. My baby's dad and my baby both left the room. They were gonna go weigh the baby and do all that stuff, and I stayed in the room. I was just like, what the hell, like, what's going on, like, why am I not leaving with them? But you guys, they still had to like glue everything back together, and after they were done with me, I had to go into a separate room and stay there for about an hour and a half until my legs were no longer numb and I was able to move my toes. Being in there, I was by myself. I was just so anxious to get the hell out of there and go with my baby. I wanted to see my baby so bad, but I knew he was fine because he was with his dad. So I was in there, and I tried so hard. I kept trying, like, every 5 minutes I would try. It took me about an hour and a half for my legs to like come back and for me to be able to move my toes. So I was in there, and I was just like, I got sad that I couldn't be with my baby like right away, but then I was like, he's fine, he's with his dad. I know his dad is taking care of him, you know? So I felt a little more relieved, but I kept asking the nurse. I'm like, oh my god, like, when am I gonna feel my feet? I don't feel my feet yet. I kept asking, and I was just like so anxious to like get out of there and go with my baby. So once the hour and a half passed, I was able to move my toes, and the nurse was like, oh my god, you can move your toes. I'm like, oh my god, like, we're just so happy that I was able to move my toes, because I was literally freaking out. I was like, why has an hour gone by and I can't move my toes yet? I was just like, what the hell, like, is this not gonna go away? But luckily it did go away, hour and a half, and I was able to see my baby. When I held my baby, it was so magical. It just felt right. It just felt magical. Like, it was just the best feeling ever. I know that when you're pregnant, you're just like, this pregnancy is going so slow, and then when you're in that last month, you're like, I'm so tired. But everything throughout my whole pregnancy was so worth it, because I just got like to have my beautiful baby, and it was just so amazing. He is 3 months already, so I'm still with him at home. Luckily I have been able to stay with him, and it's just been so amazing. The whole journey, just seeing my boyfriend be a dad, being a mom, you just feel like, oh my god, like I'm a mom, like, oh, like I get to play the mom role. Like whenever my baby cries, I get to be there, you know. It's just such a great thing. I've never changed so many diapers in my life. I've never made so many bottles. When I was there in the hospital, they also taught me how to breastfeed, you guys. At first I was like, this is not working, like I don't know what to do, but a breastfeeding consultant came. She taught me how to do it. She taught me how to burp a baby. You guys, I had never before held like a tiny baby before, so this was so new to me. It was just new to me. I didn't know how to burp Isai, and neither did my boyfriend. We were like, oh my god, he's not burping, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And then we were just like, oh my god, we're the parents, like like we need to figure this out. And when I was breastfeeding, the breastfeeding consultant helped me a ton. Everyone in that hospital was so super nice, and we were only there for, he was born at 5 something, and then we were there for that night, and the next day we were released. So we were only there for about a day, not even a day, less than a day. And then after the day after, we could go home. They did give me a faja. That faja I had to wear because I couldn't get up. I couldn't make force porque se me iba a abrir la cesárea. So my boyfriend had to get up and do the diaper changing, get up and give me the bottle, get up and like destapar el bottle, because I did ask for formula because my breast milk was not, like the flow was not enough. So after, when I got home, my breast milk was like there, it was there. I would pump and then I would do it that way, or I would latch him on. I did like pumping so much better than latching. That was my personal preference, because sometimes I would just get like a little frustrated because he wouldn't like choke, but it would be like a little too much breast milk, and then he was small. Like I just didn't want him to like struggle, you know. So I would pump it and then feed it to him through the bottle. Now I do formula, and that is so much easier for me because I will be going to work soon. So I didn't want to have to struggle or anything like that. So I do formula now, but I did start breastfeeding. So that was my birth experience with Isai, and I am so happy. If you guys are still watching, thank you guys so much. So now I'm gonna get into what I packed in Isai's diaper bag the day that we came home. Let me just show you guys the faja. So chicas, if you guys are gonna get if you guys do get a C-section, this is what they will provide you with at the hospital. This is a faja. This is what you're gonna have to wear until you heal. I wore it until mine was completely healed. I did not change into like the tight faja with the hooks until I felt that I was completely healed. I even went to my doctor and like double checked that I was able to wear that other faja, because bending hurt. Like, you have to be very careful. They tell you not to lift anything other than your baby. So everything I would need help for. My bed is pretty tall, so we had to get a step little ladder for me to get on the bed and for me to get off the bed. My baby's dad would get up for the bottles, and if I needed to move anything, if I needed to bend down, si algo se me caía, I would be like, hey, like this fell, come get it for me, you know. I couldn't do much, and this helped a ton. So if you have a C-section, they will be providing this for you at the hospital before leaving, and they will explain it to you. I did get a little concerned about this because the first day, like the first week, I did have a little bit of blood, but I guess that is normal because you are healing. You obviously had a C-section, the glue is on there and stuff like that. As far as showering, I did need help showering as well. I couldn't bend like to scrub my feet or anything like that, so I needed help with that. And that is that. So you also, to use the restroom, they are going to give you a little bottle which you need to I didn't think this would apply for a C-section, but it does. They do give you a little botellita, and you have to like squirt it every time you use the restroom. So that is what I remember from that. Also, your chonies. I did take a bunch of granny panties. I will show you guys in a second which ones I took. Let me just show you guys everything that I took, and then I'll show you guys Isai's stuff. Okay, so at the hospital, they are going to provide you with these chonies, and you are going to have the biggest gigantic pads ever. You will need to wear those pads for a couple of days, so make sure you have a couple of them. I did take some backups. They are pads that are like this huge, and they're just so big. They're very helpful, and they do give you these chonies. These chonies were very, very, very comfy, but I also did buy these. I purchased these at Walmart, and they came in a pack. I know they're like humongous, like look at these, they're huge, but these were so helpful for my C-section because they wouldn't budge on my C-section or anything like that. They were like literally up to my like tummy. They were the best. They were so comfy. I know they're not the cutest undies, but they were so helpful, and these are it right here. After a couple weeks, I did purchase these other ones. These are a little shorter from here, and these still went above my C-section, and they were so comfy, but they are smaller than the other chonies that I just showed you guys. Besides the chonies, I do think it's so important to go home with something that you feel super comfortable in, because if you are getting a C-section, you are gonna feel a little sore in that area, and you are gonna want to have something that's gonna be loose fitting. I personally took some shorts, and it was some pajamas with a shirt and some shorts. This is the shirt that it comes with. I purchased this at Target. This is what it looks like. It does have some boob ointment from when I used to breastfeed. You can buy boob ointment so your nipples won't hurt, and it does not come off because I guess it is like oil based or something like that. But this is what I used to wear. I loved this pajama. I did purchase it at Target, and it comes with a set. Super easy to unbuckle. So it has buttons, super easy to unbuckle if you are gonna like straight breastfeed or if you're gonna pump. I use this so many times religiously. These were my favorite PJs. Also, if these PJs do come with shorts, but if you do not want shorts, I would suggest taking something like this, which are like some sweatpants that are super stretchy from the waist, para que no te vaya a apretar tu stomach or anything like that, so you don't feel uncomfortable on your way home. You are going to be sitting, so just keep that in mind when picking an outfit to go home. I don't suggest taking jeans, because personally for me, my jeans did not fit me until like 3 weeks out. 3 weeks postpartum, my jeans did not like, they fit me but they wouldn't close. So just keep that in mind. You are going to be a little bit hinchada due to the surgery and all that, but due to the C-section. So just keep that in mind when picking an outfit to come home. Luckily, I did pack that before giving birth, so that was perfect. Also, when I gave birth, it was pretty windy outside, so I do suggest, my mom told me like arrópate bien para que no te vaya a entrar aire, because she's just a believer of that, like que te entra aire when you are getting out of the hospital. So I did pack myself a robe. So this is what the robe looks like. It's super long, super warm, so I do suggest taking a robe as well, just so you are, sorry, I was putting it over there, just so you are very well abrigada. So that is what I took. I also did, let me show you guys my slippers. I also did take some slippers because you do want to be as comfy as possible. They do roll you out in like a wheelchair and stuff, so you don't have to do too much walking, but al subirte al carro, obviamente, y al bajarte del carro en tu casa, you are going to be walking a little bit. So let me just show you guys my slippers. So chicas, these were the slippers that I took with me to the hospital. The reason why is because they are very easy to put on, very fast, and pretty comfortable. So these are the slippers that I took, and that is literally all that I took to the hospital with me. I did not have time to pack a towel, anything else like that to bring with me to the hospital. I also did obviously pack a toothbrush and stuff, but I only stayed there for a day, so I only used my toothbrush for a day. But I do think that they do give you, I think if you ask, toothbrushes and toothpaste at the hospital and stuff like that. So I personally packed super minimal stuff for myself. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I packed for Isai. For Isai, I did pack super minimal stuff. Of course, the major important thing to pack for the baby is a car seat. They will require to see it. Sometimes they even require to see your setup, how it is in your car, to make sure everything is safe for your baby. If you guys do need additional help, I do know that you can take it to the fire department, and they will show you like how to set it up in your car and stuff like that. I believe, if I am not wrong, I have read and heard that you can take your car seat to the fire department along with your car to make sure that everything is like well buckled and stuff like that. So I did take his car seat. I did need to bring it up to show the nurse that I actually had a car seat and that it was safe enough for the baby. I also did pack blankets. So I did pack a blanket for his car seat, which went on top of his car seat. Es como una little telita. Aparte le eché una cobija. And then I packed this blanket right here that you guys see, this one right here. I also packed a thicker one since it was cold. I packed this one right here. It's a white blanket, white and gray, this one. And then for Isai, as far as outfits, I only had 2 in the diaper bag at the time, which I only needed 1. I would say don't overpack outfits, because honestly you just need 1 outfit just to bring him home. Ya que estás en la casa, you can change them as many times as you want, but I only ended up using 1 outfit at the hospital, which was to bring him home. So let me go ahead and show you guys why I say don't pack so many outfits, because when you are there, they actually don't let you like, they don't let you change him into like onesies or anything like that. They literally just have a little camisita on them with a diaper swaddled. So that is just because if they need to do anything to the baby, if they need to check anything, it's a lot easier for them instead of like having to take all of the clothes off and stuff like that. So when coming home, Isai did have this little beanie which was provided at the hospital for him. So he was wearing this beanie for weeks until it like outfit, like until ya no se lo podía poner porque ya estaba muy chiquito. So he was wearing this beanie, which I will keep forever. And then he did come home wearing this outfit, which no longer fits him. It is this outfit right here. It has little dinosaurs. It is a onesie. What I love about this outfit, and what a lot of you guys probably are gonna love, is when clothes comes with this. This is so they don't scratch themselves. Son unos guantecitos que ya vienen con su outfit, and I honestly love. I love the zipper because it is so easy to just like zip it down, change them. You know, when they are small, they're like super tiny, so you're just super scared. So the zipper for me made it so much easier. Outfit that I did pack for Isai are these little pantaloncitos. It is a set which I did purchase at Target, and he has a picture with these on his little Instagram. I will link it down below in case you guys want to follow Isai and see all his super cute pictures. And then the little top says welcome home. Is like a, I think these are called like mamelucos in Spanish. And then it does come with the little sweater, which this no longer fits him, and it's so sad. It also comes with the little guantecitos, and then it comes with a little giraffe right here. Okay, chicas, and that is all that I packed for my little Isai. That is all I packed for him. At the hospital, they will give you the diapers that are there. My nurse was kind enough to give me 1 pack of diapers plus some Similac. At the hospital, I did ask for formula, like I told you guys, because my breast milk was not fully in, and that's what I was feeding him at the hospital. I was feeding him the little Similac bottles. So they did give me like 4 little Similacs with the little nipple tips, just so I could put them on, obviously, to feed Isai. And that is all I packed for him. So thank you, chicas, so much for watching this video. I know this video was far overdue, but if you did stay until the end, thank you, chicas, so much. And again, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.